Everywhere you look in the UK, SUVs. Families love them. Commuters trust them. And let's be honest, they look good. There's a new sheriff in town by the name of Leapmotor. Is this another great EV? Surely there are plenty of positives we can dig into and explore. Nothing but negativity. That's what the Leapmotor C10 has been getting. But I'm wondering, how bad can it be? Terrible ADAS features. Okay, strange. Oversensitive safety system. Vanilla to drive. I'll be the judge of that. Whoa. Oh, okay. Whoa. No Apple CarPlay? This is the Leapmotor C10, an electric SUV from Chinese newcomers Leapmotor, and it's been making quite an impression on the electric market since its release in the UK of March this year.
Now, it has been doing the rounds in other countries already, such as China, of course, and Australia, where it has proved to be extremely popular. But there has been some mixed opinions about the car.
On the one hand, the C10 offers fantastic value for money, with a range of amazing tech, sleek design, and a robust drive. On the other hand, there are quite a few questionable design choices that have got under the skin of the reviewers. But the ultimate question for this car is, have Leapmotor created a new formula? Less is more? Despite being new to the market, you may recognise the name Leapmotor. That's because they recently partnered up with the Stellantis group. The latter invested €1.5 billion into Leapmotor's global expansion. Leapmotor are very much like BYD. They're a fast-growing EV manufacturer. They do all of their R&D in-house, which makes them pretty much self-sufficient, which means they've got massive potential to grow and develop, especially with the backing of Stellantis. Right then, first impressions. Now, I did look at a few reviews before I was getting behind the wheel of this, and I was a little bit worried because it gets quite a hard time. And I think a little bit of it is kind of unwanted. Now, I accelerated onto the motorway. I was in eco mode. And yes, it doesn't pin you to the back of the seat, but it still accelerates away. I don't know what people are actually expecting. Drop it into sport mode, and it has a lot more urgency. But we're coming along the motorway, it glides along effortlessly. There's no road noise coming from it, which is a good thing. There's no wind noise either. And it is quite a windy day, so you would expect something to catch in the wind and give you a bit of noise. But it's not trying to be that sporty car. It is comfortable. That's what it's built for. And I've got to say, it's doing that job really well. Okay, one of the things I want to try in this car is the one pedal driving. So we can't do that when we're moving. We have to do it when we stop. So let's pick something else. Let's go through the modes: eco, comfort and sport. Now, I said earlier on that sport does have a bit more urgency when you accelerate, but it's the only mode that gives you full power from the battery and the motor. The other two is slightly reduced, probably going to help with the length of your drive and your mileage. And it also has, this is a difficult one to say, cell to chassis technology. Now, go and try and say that quickly if you can. And what that means is it's a very clever setup where the batteries are part of the chassis. They're housed in it very, very low down, which gives the car an overall low centre of gravity. For me, on a track, that would be fabulous. But what does that mean when I'm actually driving the car? Well, we will find out when we push it round a corner on a B road, but when you're driving along the motorway, you don't really notice that the centre of gravity is that low. Well, what do you think? The C10, the front of it, it's an SUV, it's fully electric, and when you look at the front of the car, you realise it's electric because it's not got a lot of clutter going on. They've designed this with a minimalist approach in mind. Lovely LED headlights, big air vents off the side to bleed some of that pressure away from the front end and make it cut through the air nicer. 20-inch alloy wheels, camera on the side. You can open the car with your key here on the wing mirror, which I do like the NFC token, that's really clever. Panoramic sunroof, which has got a deep tint, as have the side windows. And you've also got flush door handles. But there's nothing jumping out at me saying, hey, look at me. Remember, minimalist approach for the whole concept. Let's take a look at the back. It's pretty good looking from this angle, and it's minimalist. And I'm not talking about this back, I'm talking about that back. It gives you a light bar straight away, so you know I'm going to give it extra kudos because I love light bars. But it's not trying to be sporty. There's no fake exhaust. There's no double diffuser down the bottom of the bumper. It is very minimalist, like the rest of the car. They have given you a sporty spoiler at the top, but it doesn't even have a rear wiper. Sorry? Under the spoiler. Oh yes, it's actually under the spoiler. They've packaged that away so neatly, you can't actually see it until you use it. Now, I did try and open the boot by jamming my fingers into that tiny little gap there, but I found a button, which you push and it opens the boot. 435 litres of boot space, which is smaller than the EV6 and the Scenic. Put the seats flat, 1,410 litres of boot space, which is more than enough for anybody. And they also give you electric closing, which every car should have this day and age. Let's jump in the back seats. One of the saving graces for this car will be the amount of space and comfort you have in the back. There's huge legroom and headroom, and the seats are super comfortable. You've got some extra storage down here, you've got speakers which are good on the side, and you've also got electric windows as you would expect. At first glance, that looks like Alcantara, but it's not. It's a plastic finish. It would be nice if it was Alcantara. Air vents down there, couple of USB options as well, and you have got your armrest that doesn't have any drinks holders in it. I find that a little bit strange as well, but it is nice and comfortable for an armrest. ISOFIXes are in here, and they're tucked away as well. And look at that. See the light down the side here? I like that. It plays to the beat of the music in the car. So if you've got a nice dancey song on, your colours are going to go there. What's it like in the front? It's good. It's just as spacious as you have in the back, but there's a little bit more going on, not a lot, because, good grief, minimalist. I've never seen a car like it in my life. You've got buttons for your windows, you've got electronically operated seat buttons down here, and a couple of little options in the steering wheel, and that's it. Everything else is in your 14.6-inch display infotainment screen in the middle, and I mean everything. You've got a 10.25-inch driving cluster there, which is quite nice. The button on the side of the steering wheel will let you cycle through a few modes on there. And it's a 2-spoke steering wheel. That's okay. Something that's a little bit new to me, but it fits my hands quite nicely. It's okay. And it is comfortable in here, okay? There's a lot of room, just like in the back. Footrest off to the side, couple of pedals. And then I'm just starting to look about, and it is strange because there's nothing here. There's no driving controls. Your driving controls are on a stick to the right-hand side of the steering wheel. You've got a couple of drinks holders. You've got a place for your key to go, and that is the key there. This is what you get in this car. There's no actual key. You turn in that, touch on the wing mirror, and it will open the car. And then a lot of storage in there. There's a second shelf down there. There's storage in the side. That's something this car has got. And there's a decent sized glove box with another couple of drinks holders here. Then they've obviously thought, wow, we need to put something in here just to give it a little bit of bling. So they put this lovely little chrome stripe in here. I did try and move it. I thought it was for something. It's not. Just a little bit of detailing. And remember the lights. They continue along the front of the dash, down the side of the doors and into the back. But one thing this car has got, it's got an absolutely cracking sound system in here. You can almost make it like T in the Park or Glastonbury. Let's talk some stats, shall we? You've got a 69.9 kilowatt-hour battery, which offers you 218 horsepower. 0 to 62 in 7.5 seconds, and the top speed is 106 miles per hour. Now, if you need to charge it up at any point, if you find a 150 kilowatt-hour charger, you can go from 30 to 80% in 30 minutes. But that's quite a strange number. 30 to 80. Normally, every other car that I've driven is 20 to 80. So why have they done from 30 to 80? Time will tell. But if you want to stick it on a 150 kilowatt-hour charger, there you go, 30 minutes. And you could use your Arnold Clark app for that.
Now at some point, you're going to need to top up that 69 kilowatt battery with some more juice. And where other than Arnold Clark Charge? With around 100 sites available, all offering 150 kilowatt fast chargers, you'll be topped up in no time. And it's all done through the Arnold Clark app. Just book a slot and turn up. It's as simple as that. At Arnold Clark, we make it easy.
Now the ADAS gets a pretty hard time in reviews. We've put absolutely everything on. There's nothing left off. Everything's on, and it's going to beep and hiss and bong at me, I think. I've got that ghost car on the driving display there, which a lot of people don't like. The brake pedal can be released with auto hold, so it's auto holding itself off the brake pedal. I was looking for adaptive cruise control, and I am massively disappointed. It doesn't seem to have it. So it doesn't drive you away from a standing start. You need to accelerate away. Once the traffic moves and once the red light goes off, we will. Just talk amongst yourself. Oh, it doesn't like that car being close to me. Just trying to move me away from it there. So far so good. We're right in the middle of a town centre. It's beeping at me again, I don't know why. I'm not sure about the ghost car setup. Collision alert, keep a safe distance. Well, you're meant to do that for me, thank you. I don't know why, but I'm so tense right now. So tense that we're relying on all the safety features that have been getting such a bashing on all other reviews. Maybe that's a little bit harsh. Time will tell. So we've got 2 buttons on the roof. In fact, we've got 3 buttons. In fact, there's 4 because there's an SOS one as well, but that's where your hazard warning lights are up there. No other buttons down here. One's for the window visor for the panoramic sunroof, and the other one has 4 customizable options. One where you could heat your rear view mirror. Let's hope it doesn't get frosty in here and you don't need to do that. The other one is you can suddenly just pull the button and fold in your wing mirrors on the side, like so. Don't worry, the horn's not getting peeped at me. Maybe you're going through a tight spot. You've got window control where you can suddenly open all the windows in the car at once. Which, unless you've been with somebody who may have just, you never know. I don't know why you would need to do that. And you can adjust your passenger seat forward or backwards. You can maybe bring the passenger. Can we bring cars into shot here? I don't know, there it is. You can move you right forward and we could crush them against the dashboard, which I think is fabulous. So, good fun, needless fun, but handy to know it's there. I'm just making them comfy again. Staying on the subject of needless happy fun that this car gives you, there's a button for everything, but there's hardly any buttons. How cool is that line? If you want to adjust your wing mirrors, you need to go into the setting for door mirrors, and then there's 2 buttons on the steering wheel. One does the left and one does the right, so you can move out from how you want to look. It's quite good, that. And again, you can put all the windows in the car down from that control panel. But I think it's much easier having the button on the roof to do that. I have found adaptive cruise control game changer. It was an accident. I just managed to flick the driving mode switch on the right hand side here and it popped up on the screen. It's just telling me I've got a car in my blind spot. Oof, she's not been checking her blind spot. Okay, so adaptive cruise control is on and it's a game changer. It's good, it likes to keep me in the perfect lane. It's not too aggressively punching me across. And this ADAS has been getting such a hard time in all the reviews and I can't see why. I don't know why. It's no different from other ones that I've driven. It doesn't make any sense why people are being so nasty towards it. There you go, we change lane, it gives a bit of a gap, we accelerate away. Thank you. Now if it's because of the ghost car, which may be questionable on the dashboard, but if you're looking at that and moaning about what's going on down there, you need to be looking up and looking out the window, side, front, back, whatever. It's okay for me. It's easy to control, the adaptive cruise control. It's no different from any other car. Quickly. Go. Go. We've gone from full ADAS to nothing. Everything's been switched off. And it was a bit of a faff. You know what they need? All manufacturers need this. They need a button, a magic button that you can go into there and you can just push it and it takes everything off. It'll be so much quicker for you. But we just want to experience the car in its kind of, I don't know, basic format. So it's got no help from any computers and we can see just what it's like to drive on this little B road. Because when you've got everything on, it is a little bit restrictive, but it's safe, it's looking out for you. And that's great that cars have that in this day and age. But it should be the driver's choice. But I don't notice much of a difference actually right now because we're on a big straight. But it is nice to know that I'm in control, I'm in charge. I'll decide where the car is in the lane rather than the computer telling me and trying to force me off the side. It does feel pretty wayward on the suspension. It feels like it's a nice, plush, smooth ride. It's built for comfort. It's not built for this type of speed and we're not going terribly fast. I'd like to point that out. But the suspension is much more akin to let's drive along that motorway. Let's have zero road noise, let's have zero wind noise and be nice and smooth as we go on our journey in comfort. And actually, a little bit of luxury as well. Back to the start where we posed the ultimate question: have Leapmotor got a new formula that works where less is more? Well, they probably have actually, because the car's quite good. It's good fun to drive. No problems with it. I would like more physical buttons. In fact, I need more physical buttons. I need my climate control to be down here that I can just quickly get to. Not something that I have to dive in towards the infotainment system and then look at what I'm doing and then get a row for the car because I've not been looking at the road. I need something much more easy than that. Maybe a little direction for where the adaptive cruise control is as well, so I don't accidentally find that with my knee as I'm going around a corner. But on the positive side, you get a 4-year warranty. It starts at £36,500. Good grief. Look at what you get for £36,500. Now, it has been given a hard time for its ADAS. A lot of reviewers have been giving it a real pasting for that. But reviewers sometimes just look for something negative to pick up on and slap it down. You can switch that off. It's not hard. You can go in and customise everything and do what you want with it. There's no point banging on about something being bad when ultimately, when the car drives on its own, we've had good fun this afternoon. But less probably is more, because there's not very many buttons. I needed a button for absolutely everything. But I'm Duncan Vincent. This is the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. I genuinely like this. It's good fun to drive. But I want to know what you guys think. Give me some comments in the box. See if you agree with me and get behind the wheel of one. Because this is the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. Like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. And until next time, safe driving.